Hello, I'm Dr. David Roberts from Manchester West Veterinary Hospital, here again for the final episode on our new puppy training things, and it is going to be about obedience training and what that can actually offer you. So I'm here with Emmy, who apparently is going to take a nap. She's worn out after all of these, but we'll talk to you a little bit about what we try to achieve at a training class. I tell all of my clients that a formal obedience class benefits every puppy. I don't care how smart they are. She starts her obedience class tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. We've only had her about a week. So I tell people that you really should go. It does many things. One, it socializes the puppy with other people. It socializes the puppy in other areas, other territories. It socializes the puppy with other puppies and other dogs. And it's just an overall good experience for socialization. It helps reduce fear of other dogs, fear of people, fear of sometimes even inanimate objects. At puppy classes, they'll make them do a little mini agility type of thing where they'll make them walk across like a piece of screen or a plate or metal or something like that, like a big sheet of tin. They'll make them go up and down ramps. They'll make them jump through hoops, go through tunnels. So it's actually a mini agility thing, but it gets them used to these sorts of things, which they might be having in their daily life, and they need to be able to realize that there's no fear involved with that. The second thing that an obedience class does, besides socialization and alleviating fear, is it starts to get you training a puppy. A puppy that listens to you from an obedience standpoint will never, on that pecking order that we talked about, will try to take a higher place in the pecking order. They will realize that you are the dominant dog. You're the alpha dog. And when they go through a puppy class, you're probably not going to come out 5 or 6 weeks later with a puppy that's perfectly trained, but they're going to have the basis, they're going to have the roots for further training. But they're also going to realize that you're the boss, you're in command. So the three things they're basically going to have you do is do sits and down. And again, we talked about in the last episode, when a dog's jumping on you, don't say down. Down's a command. Say off. They'll also teach you how to walk on a leash, or teach the puppy and you how to take your puppy on a leash. So those are the three things that they're going to try to achieve, and then they'll put in one other thing, and that's the stay part of it. And that's the hardest thing to do. I can get a puppy to sit. They sit for about 2 seconds, and then they're right back up. Getting them to stay is a whole different thing, and even being able to walk away from them. So a formal obedience class does many, many different things. It allows you to be at the top of that pecking order. It teaches them some of the basics. It gives you things to work on during the week with your puppy. And it's very important because puppies have an informative years, which is actually comes down to really informative weeks. You have about a good 2-month window to try to get a puppy shaped to the way that you want them. So that's why it's very, very important. They'll show you different things in a training class. They'll show you how to use choker collars, how to put them on properly, making sure that you're on, the puppy is on your left side. So they actually say you put it on this way so it pulls up here. If you put it the opposite way, it's not going to be as effective, and it's going to actually be worse for the puppy. Most obedience classes don't recommend a choker collar until these puppies are somewhere about 4 to 6 months of age, depending on who you talk to. We have her on a banded collar. She's just on a nylon collar. So that's what we're using now because she's only 13 weeks. Other things that they use, this is called a gentle leader or a halty leader. And this works very well because this actually starts to close their mouth off and is a choke collar. So a choke collar works effectively when it puts pressure on the dog, on the back of the dog, on the neck. So this is where you want the pressure, not down here on the throat area. So this pulls the muzzle closed, and it pulls this on the back, and the leash would be attached here, of course, so you're getting a double effect of that. This is particularly good for the younger Labrador, Golden Retriever, high-energy dogs that just want to go, 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 go. And we sell a lot of these because they work, and they are a gentle way. They're again, using the dog's instincts of closing that mouth, that muzzle, and putting pressure on the back of the neck. The other thing that they'll show you, little things about grooming. They'll show you how to use a nail trimmer. In one of our other episodes, we kind of said what we like to do to start with is take that nail trimmer and just kind of ching it on their paw, and you can see I woke her up a little bit, but they will resist it first, but then they get used to it, and you do this long before you ever try to trim the toenails. The trainer will show you how to trim toenails. They will show you how to use a nail trimmer, how far back to go, even with black nails, which is everybody's nemesis. They'll probably recommend you have a product like this called Quick Stop, which is a styptic powder. Styptic powder is like what men would use for shaving when they cut themselves. It stops the bleeding. So this is great stuff to have. In a pinch, by the way, we talked about in our emergency sessions, you can use flour, baking powder, any kind of powder will help. This will work faster though. They'll also show you how to groom. They'll show you various combs, and this is a comb that would be good for a coated dog, a long-haired dog like Emmy here. This is a great little tool to use for the short-haired dog, Labrador Retrievers, Beagles, Great Danes. It looks like a little saw blade, but when you drag that across the coat of a short-haired dog, not her, it actually will just pull tons and tons of hair out. So they not only show you how to, and they'll talk to you a little bit about shampooing and not so much what shampoo to use, but they'll tell you always use a dog-approved shampoo. Don't use a baby shampoo for human babies or people shampoo. Use a dog-approved shampoo. It's a whole different type of skin, type of coat that they have, so you have to use the right products. They'll also show you different things with, again, handling. They will go through those temperament things. They'll say play with the feet. They'll say show your puppy the world. Get them out and socialize them. We've had some fearful puppies that come to our practice, so we'll have those puppies come up on a busy Saturday morning, and we'll have the owner sit outside on a nice day on a chair, and they'll actually allow that puppy should be interacting with people and with the other dogs coming in and out of our clinic. And that's one way to alleviate fear if that starts to come in. But as I say, a formal obedience class will not only show you different things to do with your puppy as far as the training, it'll put you in the driver's seat. They'll show you how to do nail trimming, how to handle puppies. They'll get them used to different surfaces on the floor and different things that they'll be running across or going through those tunnels, and they'll get them socialized with other people and with other dogs, and that's the most important part of an obedience class. I'm Dr. David Roberts from Manchester West Veterinary Hospital. That wraps up a 5-segment thing on training on new puppies. So we hope that you enjoyed it, and we thank you for your attention.